Hello, my name is Michaela, and this is my review of The Tattooist of Auchwits by Heather Morris. The Tattooist of Auschwitz is a fictional story based on true events. The true story of Leo Sokolov, who, to survive, started to tattoo the other people who were in Auschwitz. Then one day he dared to look up from the shame and guilt that he felt for doing this to the other people. He felt for Gita, who became his future wife, who gave him hope for life outside of Auschwitz. This one is difficult to review because it feels like I'm reviewing someone's experience and somebody's life when really I'm just trying to rate how the story was told by the author, and it feels like you are reviewing the experience that was so devastating and that drains you of hope. But I was very interested in the story, and throughout the book, I'd had so much hope for Leo and Gita that they would survive until they were released and would find each other's love again outside of the camp. And as you know, it was written by Heather Morris, who I think did a very good job of writing the book. Although not her experience to write, she did have the trust from Leo to actually write it and let people know about it. She helped me to see his life in the few years that he was there, and Gita too, and to see his will to simply survive. But without this book, I wouldn't have the opportunity to find out about this story at all. I wouldn't know who Leo or Gita is. I wouldn't know some things that happened in Auschwitz. For example, the fact that they got somebody who was already in the camp to actually do this job. And in the book, he had extra privileges, like a little bit extra food, and he would try and help other people in the camp and give them little bits of food too, as well. So it's not. So he helped other people apart from Gita, as well. But it does give you another perspective on the hardships that Jews, the Polish, gypsies, homosexual men would have to suffer because of the Nazis. I think that Leo was very optimistic and brave throughout the book, and obviously with the food that he was giving to other prisoners, he was risking his life, and did get in trouble as well, and he wasn't expected to actually survive and come back from that, but luckily he did manage to get back from that and obviously managed to get married. And I think the story was told very well. I think it was told in a respectful way, but it wasn't too graphic or upsetting in any way, but it still allows the reader to see how harrowing and how horrible it was in the camps. And I gave this 5 stars on Goodreads, because it was such a good book about a man's life. It gave perspective that you wouldn't normally have, and at the end, it nearly made us cry. So it shows you how attached you get to Leo, even though you never really get to meet him. But it shows just how good a person that he actually was. Although beforehand, he was maybe a bit of a ladies' man, but obviously perspectives change when things like this happen, and he had to grow up quite a bit. Well, not necessarily grow up, but he had to change his way of thinking quite a lot because of everything that went on. But if anybody who's interested in this, I recommend it to anyone who is interested in the Second World War, or like just from a different perspective of what went on in the concentration camps. It gives you a bit of a different idea that isn't just the stereotypical stuff that they tell you in school, because not everybody has got no family members who were in concentration camps or even survived the war. So it's nice to have all that, and I hope you managed to get your hands on a copy, and thanks for watching.